Matthew 14, verse 24. He said, but the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with contrary winds. Go to verse 25. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them walking on the sea. Now watch this. They were not afraid because of the wind, the storm. The fortnight is around 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's the fortnight. When we say the fortnight, it means, or fourth watch, it means the time is divided into four parts. And so it was slightly between 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. So, now let me quickly make you understand this. This is not the first time the disciples were seeing storm. The first storm that came, he was in the ship and was sleeping. And Peter said to him, carest not that we are about to die? Now, what makes this storm different? He was not in the boat or in the ship. I like this. There are times you feel Jesus is in the ship, and there are times you feel he's no longer there. Whether you feel him inside or you feel him outside, is the king over all storms. Am I talking to somebody here? When you feel he has left me, there's no hope for me. I feel I'm dead. I feel I'm gone. I feel I'm destroyed. My God. I'm still here. Whether I'm in the ship or I'm outside the ship, I am the king over all storms. I don't need to be present physically to announce my presence. Father, you are king above the storm. I will be still, know you are God. I will be still, know you are God. Sing, hide me now. Say, hide me now. Under your wings. Under your wings. Cover me. Cover me. Within your mighty hands. Within your mighty hands. When the oceans rise and thunder roll, I will soar with you, above the storm. Father, you are king, over the storm. I will be still, I will be still, you are God. I will be still, know you are God. Now, hear me. This is what most of you don't understand. Follow me. In one place, it was in the ship. And Peter came and said, carest not, Lord, that we die? He woke up and he rebuked the storm. And in another place, he was not in the ship. Let me explain this and just make some comparison. You think because you are a believer and Jesus is inside you, that he does not care for those who are unbelievers. He might not be in their boat, but he's the king over all. That is why you are wondering why God loved that unbeliever. Because you feel God should use fire and kill the unbeliever. But God have chosen not to kill the unbeliever. I love this. You know, I was telling Mama my childhood experience with my parents. I was a very stubborn boy. When I mean stubborn, really stubborn. I knew that I was stubborn. And my anger is something else. Forget about what Jesus have done with me now. When I get angry, you can't hold me. Sometimes when I look at myself, I knew Jesus is sweet. So I did something, and my mom, she was not happy. So she reported me to my father. And she was complaining about what I did. And she was just talking. And my father is not a man of too many words. She wanted my father to deal with me. So, my father in his cool manner, there was a kind of punishment he gave to me. And whenever he gives me that punishment, you know that heaven has kissed the earth. And this is it. Oh, maybe you don't understand. I will put my one hand down, my legs up, my hands behind my back. Now, that's not the real thing. As I do that, my legs are shaking. My hands must not go down. My legs must not go down. Every time my legs go down, on my second hand support, I get some strokes of Cain. Then, that's all. You just tell me, as long as you can stay like that and you are cool, I don't have problem, I'm cool with you. So, I was shaking and my legs were shaking. And my wonderful father was giving me prophetic treats in the physical. And your tears does not go up. Your tears drop where your head is. Then when my mother began to see the way my father was disciplining me, the discipline was too much. Then she walked around. She said, you built this boy. You will not hear what. I have warned you. You can see now. Your father is dealing with you. She passed. She came back. You this boy. You will not hear word. You can see the way your father is dealing with you. If you have listened to me, will you be at this stage now? She passed. My father was not moved. My father was giving me twice. Then she came. She said, oh yeah, stand up. Stand up. Just sit down. I hear your father. My father said, woman, stay aside. I am not through with him. You are the one that reported. And my mother said, okay, it's okay. She started crying. The same mother that wanted me to be punished is the same mother feeling that I should not be punished beyond this. Don't help God to punish the sinner he loves. He knows how to punish the sinner. He might say the soul that sinned must die, but yet he came to die for the soul that sinned. Allow God to judge the sinner. You are not God. And that is why God can tell Jonah, go to Nineveh, I will destroy them. And God withdraw and say, I've changed my mind. Don't allow, I am born again. Because I'm born again. The smoker is useless. No, it's in your eyes. In the eyes of the maker. The smoker is the same thing like you. He died for everybody. That's why the elder brother of the prodigal son, of the prodigal son, the elder brother cannot understand that the prodigal son came back. The father killed the fattest calf, and there was music in the house. And the elder brother was angry. That is how most of you are. That's how most preachers are. They feel there are people that have committed sin that the father should not embrace. Hear me. You are not Abba Father. He is our Father. He is our Maker. He will show mercy to whom He wants to show mercy. He will show kindness to whom He wants to show kindness. 7 demons were casted out of Mary Magdalene, and she was part of the escort and women that minister to Him. Hear me. You have no right to judge anybody, whether he is in the sheep or outside the sheep. He's the king all over. Genesis 4. Let's start from verse 14. This is a man called Cain. He has sinned. Behold. Okay. Put verse 13. Verse 13. God is punishing Cain for killing his brother. And Cain said, Lord, okay, go to verse 12. I want you to read the punishment God gave to Cain. When thou tillest the ground, it shall henceforth yield unto thee a strength. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto you a strength. God is saying that, Cain, everything you do, any investment you do, there will be no productivity. Number 2, a fugitive. What does it mean to be a fugitive? English student. A wanderer. Then what? A vagabond. What does it mean to be a vagabond? Please help me. I want to hear. Somebody that cannot find a place to rest. Like a mad person. A wanderer. He will never tabernacle anywhere. This is a man that have killed his brother. You don't know this God. If you know this God, you will not help God to flog the sinner that is flogging. When God is dealing with a sinner, don't use your cane. My father was beating me. My mother that initiated it changed her mind then and there. Put the next verse. Again said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can be. Yeah. Cain is not telling God, I'm sorry. He's not asking God for forgiveness. He's not begging. He said, but this punishment, Baba, is too much. It's not 3 months old. I've heard people say, hey, if a man commits sin, he should be given punishment for 1 year. Idiot philosophy. People who don't even understand scripture. The thief at the right hand, that same day, no asking for forgiveness. I don't want to go into this teaching. It's deep. Let me just deal with this one. Be careful the way you look at God. Just as the heavens are far from the earth, so are His ways far from you. Your ways are not my ways. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. When I'm judging, when I'm beating a sinner, don't put your hand. Put the next verse. Put the next verse. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. I shall be a fugitive, a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. Now, he's returning God's word back to him and telling God the implication of the curse and the punishment God has placed on him. He's complaining, not begging, Not asking for forgiveness. Look at the next verse. Put the next verse. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth you, vengeance shall be taken upon him in sevenfold. He did not beg, oh. It was not forgiveness. It was complaint and petition back to God. God said, okay, for that, because I have punished you, that does not mean anybody should join me. Anybody that touch you, I will take vengeance on them 7 times. How much more you who carry the seal of God? You that God loves. This is a sinner, a murderer, and God put a seal on him. Put that same verse. That's not where I'm going. Put the same verse. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. God now put a mark. He put a mark upon Cain. The only man who have a mark on earth, an antidote against death physically, and yet was a murderer. Now that's, I say all this, that's not where I'm going to. Let's go to the next verse. And Cain, read with me. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod, in the east of Edom. Cain went out from where? Underline the word presence. When a man leaves the presence of God, that means God is not with him. Now Cain went out from the presence of the Lord. So whether the presence of the Lord is with him or is out of the presence, he went out of the presence of the Lord. Look at what happened to a man that went out of the presence of the Lord. How much more you in the presence of the Lord?